Hi! So this is my first long-form video on this channel, except for that one thing that was supposed to be a short, but became a long-form video due to a formatting issue I never cared about enough to fix, but that doesn't count. Despite the fact that I've posted like 100 shorts and originally intended this channel to have mostly long-form videos, I guess I just never got around to it. But at least I've amassed enough of a following through shorts so that this video won't just go into the void, assuming my viewers even find this video. And if you have, hi, thanks for being here. Consider this your Christmas gift you never asked for. Anyway, let's get into the actual topic of the video, which I swear is more interesting than it sounds, at least to me. Much like the layers that we divide the atmosphere into today, the Greeks had a system to divide the three different types of air. There were three main types of air in Greek mythology: mists that covered a specific part of the world, ether, the air of the sky, chaos, the air of the earth, and Erebus, the air of the underworld. All of these types of air had their own corresponding deity of the same name. Well, I say deity. All three of these weren't really considered to be anthropomorphic representations of things like regular gods or titans, but rather the things themselves, and they were sort of alive, but not really. In order to understand this, you sort of have to understand how the Greeks conceptualized their world, and this isn't going to be perfect because I'm working off loose descriptions from slightly questionable sources, but I made two Greek cosmology map things. One of them is supposed to be a more accurate representation because this is based on sort of the 5 to 600s BC after the Greeks proved the Earth was round, but I've also created this simplified version to work as more of a visual metaphor, which you can take with one of those giant salt licks you give to a horse. I'm going to be diving into all of these sections separately in this video, and I'm just gonna go from top to bottom, starting with ether. Ether was the air of the heavens, a blue mist believed to be just in the sky, and also I'm pretty sure was said to produce light. He was the child of Erebus and Nyx. Every morning his sister Hemera, the goddess of day, would sort of pull back a veil of darkness to reveal ether, and every night Nyx would put the veil of darkness back again. Ether was also supposed to be the air that the gods breathed as well, and thinking of a new type of air for the gods in your pantheon to breathe is so specific that it could only be ancient Greek. I feel like that's something that no other civilization would spend time thinking about. Or maybe there were other people that did, I don't know. I couldn't figure out what exactly was special about it, like if it had any specific, like, magical properties or whatever, but maybe it was special in the same way that a designer bag is special, where it's considered better simply because of its exclusivity. Chaos is a bit more complicated. In Greek mythology, chaos was the thing the universe originated from, basically an abyss. The Greeks believed that in the beginning, chaos created Nyx, the goddess of night, and Erebus, who we'll discuss later. I guess afterwards, chaos sort of became the air that was breathed on Earth, essentially homologous to the troposphere, and was sort of thought of as a colorless mist that encased the Earth. If you're sensing a theme here, yeah, the Greeks really liked mythical mist. This is probably because ancient Greece had only two seasons, hot and less hot, but also wet. I assume that breathing chaos was considered to be notably crappier than breathing ether, for no other reason but that the gods were the only ones rich enough to afford real estate in ether. Erebus is the final type of mythical air we'll be talking about today. Erebus was the air that was breathed by dead people. I wasn't aware that dead people needed to breathe, but I'll accept it. Erebus was also the embodiment of the underworld, and decided to fill it with dark mists to encase all of the empty places. Also, it's so funny to me that the gods were breathing ether all day, and then Hades is just down in the underworld breathing Erebus, which I assume smelled like cat pee and hot Cheetos. And that's all I have for Erebus, unfortunately. And that's all I have for today. This video was so hard to research, but so fun to make. This was something I sort of stumbled across by accident doing research for other things, and it just kind of grabbed me by the eyeballs, and I've spent so long researching it. But this is kind of a lesser known thing for some reason, so it was pretty hard to research because there's no information, so hopefully the holes in my research aren't too noticeable. I promise I tried to fill the gaps. Maybe you noticed that I haven't posted a lot lately, it's because I was working on this. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video, or if you know some information about this topic that I didn't cover, or if you've heard a different version. I'd love to hear about it. And maybe subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. I do want to make more long-form videos. I love to dive into sort of the context that these like Greek myths existed in, because it really helps paint a better picture of what this culture was and how the people in it thought of themselves and conceptualized the world that they lived in. If you made it this far in the video, thank you, and I hope to see you around here next time. Bye!